Hey you, welcome back to my channel. In a lot of comments I have read that you guys recommended me to check out the lyrics explanation for Ddaeng by DK TV. So that's what I'm going to do in this video, and after that, following up, I will react to the original live performance, or one of the live performance of the original rap line, because the one that I saw at the Fifth Muster concert was apparently, I didn't know at the time, but was kind of not the original, because V and Jimin and Jungkook and stuff were rapping. So let's see.
Okay, I know you wanted this, so here we are. The rap line of BTS, RM, J-Hope, and Suga dropped a hip-hop track recently on their SoundCloud called Ddaeng. It's a song that has an oriental and trap beat at the same time, and it's also a diss track sending messages to their haters. But the wordplay inside it is just amazing. For example, the title Ddaeng itself is used in multiple ways throughout the whole song. 18, 13, 38. These are all card combinations that come from a Korean card game called 섰다 or 화투.
Whoa.
8대. 잠깐. 9땡이요?
Simply think of them as the best combinations you can get during a game. For example, 3 and 8, which is called 38 광땡, is the ultimate pair that nothing can beat. Thus, the first meaning of Ddaeng here would be translated into something like better or invincible. Again, in the chorus, the word Ddaeng is already used in two more different meanings. For these two lines, Ddaeng is used as the meaning of wrong, which originates from the imitation of a xylophone sound used in quiz shows or auditions when the participant is wrong or bad.
소나무! 소나무! 땡! 땡! 땡!
Oh, wow! That's interesting. So that's the sound that's used to symbolize that something is like an answer is incorrect.
This line, Ddaeng, is used as the sound of a bell. And it also comes from a children's song called 학교 종이 땡땡땡.
That's so cute. What?
Regarding J-Hope mentioning homework in the next verse, there's a very high possibility that this line implies the meaning of go to school, kids.
Oh, damn. That's like, you know what? Don't waste your energy on criticizing us. Like, better focus your energy on your education.
Dang, young rapper, dang, 방탄, dang, but you, bang, worldwide, bang.
The first lines of J-Hope's verse describe the criticism they received in the early ages about their hip-hop or rap style, or BTS being a flop. However, in the next lines, he explains that now they've become a worldwide bang from a Ddaeng.
Oh.
내가 보기에 너네는 땡. 우리 모두가 땡. 누가 끝발이 좋든 간에 나는 땡 전혀 상관 안 해.
It kind of gets trickier in Suga's verse. The usage of Ddaeng is suddenly changed without any notice.
Yeah.
The first
땡
indicate the meaning of wrong or no. But when he says 누가 끝발이 좋든 간에, he suddenly jumps into the card game again. 끝발 is an everyday slang word for power/influence. When you see a very successful person, you would say something like 와 끝발 죽이네 or 끝발 날리네. This everyday slang word's origin comes from the card game 섰다 again. 끝 is a combination of cards.
What? That's so complex.
Equivalent to 1 point to 9 points. It's the most common pairs you will receive during a game. In contrast, a Ddaeng is above all 끝. So that's what Suga is saying in his last lines. 나는 땡 전혀 상관 안 해. Which means I'm a Ddaeng and I don't care about you lower class goods.
Oh, so it's like even if you're successful, like I don't care about that because I will still trump that.
So one more thing before we go into Arm's verse. Good has the same sound as good. Yeah, And this good means the end. Suga ends his verse by saying 계속 걱정해주길 good. It could be a double translation as continue worrying about us low pointers, losers, and continue worrying about us, the end, I'm out, mic drop.
Ah. Oh, I love stuff like that where you have like multiple meanings to one word. Also in like it's different, but in Japanese haiku, there are a lot of words that can be interpreted as meaning 2 or 3 things. I think that's especially with Asian languages the case. In German, I can't think of an example. So I think that's amazing wordplay. Very clever.
계속해 산소리 땡 어릴 적 좋아함 얼음 땡 난 띵동 넌 땡 넌 칠끝 난 땡 라면 먹고 잔 얼굴 땡 널거지들 두열 땡날 반한 네 얼땡 네가 쩔어 멋져 개얼땡.
Now personally, RM's part is the apex of this whole song. It's because in one single verse, he uses 7 different usages of 땡.
What?
The first line, 캐셔 계산 소리 땡, is literally the sound of the cashier opening, which could also imply that he has a lot.
That's really interesting because that's making use of onomatopoeia, which is like words that sound like sounds, like ding, dong, ching, ka-ching, and stuff like that.
Money now. And the second line, 어릴 적 좋아함 얼음 땡, is a Korean version of tag. It's when kids run away, they shout 얼음, which is freeze, to get immune from the catcher, and then another survivor can come along and tag the frozen person, saying 땡, which unleashes him from the frozen state. And third, 난 딩동, 넌 땡, means I'm correct and you're wrong. And fourth,
Oh, that's also the sounds. I'm ding dong was like ding dong, like the sound that's made when it's like when an answer is correct and you're wrong. That's so clever.
넌 칠끝, 난 땡 is again referenced from the card
Yes,
game.
the card game where I'm thinking where one of the like combinations is good, it's like fine, but the dang is like the ultimate like thing.
Might be a 7-pointer, but I'm above that tier.
Yes.
Fifth, 라면 먹고 잔 얼굴 땡 comes from the expression 땡땡 부었다. It's a fun way to describe your face is swollen after you've eaten ramen last night. Sixth, 떨거지들 do your thing, 날 봐, 난 네 air thing. RM is now playing with language now. The pronunciation of 땡 is similar to thang, which is the slang of thing in English. Last but not least, seventh, 네가 쩔어, 멋져, 개얼탱. RM finally uses another similar sound, 탱, to make it rhyme with 땡. 얼탱이 없다 is a slang for 어이가 없다, which means dumbfounded.
어이가 없네.
Phew, so basically I would summarize this song as genius wordplay and rhythmical onomatopoeia. The repetitive deng sound makes the song much more rhythmical and addictive, whereas the various meanings of deng constantly changing throughout the song make it hard for foreigners or average people to understand, but at the same time makes it genius for a rap lyric.
I find that it's really interesting that it's obviously very much rooted in Korean culture and language, this song. It's specific, for example, to that one Korean card game that I had absolutely no idea existed. So you really do need some background information as a foreigner to understand what exactly is going on in the song.
우린 celebrate 아직 excel no break 네가 뭔데 날 인정해 이름값 하는 개구리들 응원 안 해주기를 간절히 기도할게.
We celebrate rather than being a celebrity. This line shows BTS's attitude or mentality of being a celebrity in a nutshell. It's not about being special or enjoying the spotlight. It's about sharing and returning the love they received by celebrating together.
이름값 하는 개구리들 우물 안에 죽기를.
이름값 하는 개구리들 우물 안에 죽기를. This is
a reference to like a fairy tale where there's like the frog coming from the well, like the frog princess, I think it's called in German, Froschkönigin.
From a Korean saying called 우물안 개구리, which means a frog is stuck in a well and he thinks that well is his whole world.
Okay, different, sorry.
Plus, he's very narrow-sighted, and he thinks he's the best inside that small world.
I see.
개구리 usually just means frog. But in this case, I think there's a hidden double meaning inside it, saying 개구리다, which is a slang for fucking lame or foul. I think RM is addressing to the haters in Korea who think they're the best with their own lame songs in this small country.
Yeah.
He's saying they should die in this small well called Korea without even having the opportunity to see the big world outside. Where BTS is now...
That's so great, because they're like... It's really ironic because with those lyrics, you're challenging the haters in a way that they will probably never understand because they are so small-minded. Like the lyricism of the lyrics, like, and the complexity will probably be completely lost to haters, because I don't think that they're going to like dive that deeply into analyzing the lyrics, because they have like such a low opinion of BTS anyway. But that's really good, I think, to say, listen, you do your thing and you kind of just like stay in your narrow world, whereas we're going to challenge ourselves and we're going to be open-minded.
As a stage. Last but not least, as a director's commentary, I would like to point out the fact that despite this song being a diss track, there is actually no real hate or toxic cursing inside, but rather BTS chooses to play around playfully with the word dang in a teasing manner and swaggering about their current success. For me, this is the point that sets apart this song from all other diss tracks. Low negativity, but comic and satirical high self-esteem.
Yeah, I love that. Exactly, especially what he said in in his last sentence, that even though it is a diss track, it's clever and it's not disrespectful in itself. It doesn't use any curses or foul language, and is instead playing on their intellectual ability and demonstrating that, which I think is just so much better. And at the same time, it still remains respectful to everyone, which is something I actually love so far about BTS lyrics as well, because especially in American pop music, there's so much cursing and like so many like foul words and disrespectful words, especially towards women, and it's just like, I'm so tired of it. It's just so boring and disgraceful. So I love that that's not the case. Wow, yeah, I'm really glad that I checked out that explanation, and even though I already saw clips of the live performance, let's check out the whole performance now. I love J-Hope. I just love him. I just love him. Also, so smooth, so much attitude, like all of them, RM coming in there first. And also very much like, along with the Korean culture references and stuff in the text, in the lyrics, the music also sounds very Oriental kind of inspired, and what they're wearing also looks like it to me. Please don't kill me if I'm wrong, and this is not something like traditionally Korean inspired. Yeah, damn, it's like, that's really cool. It's like, listen, I'm really like successful, and how about you? Like, actually, I'm really thankful for your hate, because you're the one that kind of pushes us to be like, to show you that what we are.
웃기지 역시 느끼지 솔직히 찌들이 왜 저리 날리지 차분히 생각해 시간은 많게 이건 숙제야 숙제 못 풀면 네 무죄 1파 1사 4파 유로 미와 잘봐 학교 좀 울려라.
It's also really catchy, just like the rhythm is really catchy and the sound, like.
이번 생은 글렀어 넌 땡 엘파 엘사 사바 땡 유로 미와 자와 땡 잠깐봐 멈춰봐 땡 이번 생은 글렀어 넌 땡
내가 보기엔 너는 땡 우리 모두가 땡
Oh, love it. Just the swagger in Suga's rapping.
나는 땡전에 상관하네 허니배 음악은 동이야 배 알콜리겠지만 네 주장이 다 맞아 우리 망해가고 있네 매번 네 덕분이야 우리 왜 아무도 없네 우리 망해가고 있게 고맙다 여지껏 무시해서 고맙다 덕분에 스타디움 동bil보다 많은 것을 덕분에 많이도 얻었다 내 사친구들아 너네가 곧 대결이 우리
Wow, that's just like, that's so clever, attributing all of their, like, I guess that's what makes haters probably go the most crazy. If you're like, hey, thanks for your hate, because, you know, thanks to you we're actually where we are now.
앞으로 바람대로 또 망할 테니 계속 걱정해줘
엘파 엘사 사바 땡 유로 미와 자와 땡 하게 좀 올려라 땡 이번 생은 글렀어 너 땡
Oh, yes, leveling up the intensity.
유로 미와 자와 땡 잠깐만 멈춰봐
I really dig Suga's style of rapping. Like, I've never been into rap songs before, but this has some serious swagger. I'm really enjoying it, even though probably also because of the respectful lyrics. It's like, it's actually enjoyable to listen to because it has so much intelligence behind it and clever wordplay and skill in the rapping. I understand now a little bit better because of the explanation. I could understand RM's verse. Oh, that's so cool.
헤이러도 없는 래퍼들이 좀 닥쳐 너의 헤이러가 어딨어 울고 세수한 네 거울을 봐 거기 숨쉬는 바로 너의 헤이러 우린 celebrate 오직 no break 네가 뭐든 나 인정해 이런가 하는 개구리들 우월한의 준비를
Wow.
엘파 엘삼 사바 땡 유로 미와 자바 땡 하기 좀 올려라 땡 이번 생은 글렀어 땡
Such a cool performance as well. I loved it. I loved checking it out, especially since I admit that I'm more of a vocal fan. I just, because I've a background in singing as well, so I have more affinity towards the vocal line, and I don't know so much about rap, but I'm glad that I checked it out because that was seriously something else. especially the explanation just made it so much better, obviously, because a whole new world opened up with the meaning. Yeah, thanks for suggesting, and I will see you in the next video.